What's up, crypto heads? John Fro here from Crypto Dreams, where anything is possible. This is the place to be to learn about NFTs. Welcome back. Happy to have you here. Today, we are talking about Train of the Century. They recently launched the beta version of their game, and it is running like clockwork. I'm going to be showing you how to set up a train within the game, as well as explain how all of the NFTs work together. There is a lot of strategy to this game, so understanding how the cards work is very, very important so you can maximize your token earnings. This is a watch to earn episode. I am going to be giving away a conductor, a locomotive, a rail car, and commodities. If you would like to enter the giveaway, it will take place on Twitter. I have left a link in the description below. Just click on that and follow the instructions. If you like the content on this channel, please subscribe, like, and hit that notification button. It would be much appreciated. All right, you ready? Let's go. All right. If you are brand new to Train of the Century, you're going to want to go to their website, look up at the top, and click on play. You will need to link up your WAXP Cloud wallet, and it will take you to this screen right here. You will want to zoom out, find this blue dot, zoom in, and it's going to take you to the station you will be located at. Before we dive in and look at the station, let's get an overview of this screen. Over to the left, you're going to be able to see how much token you are holding, how much fuel you have, whether it be diesel or coal. So that's what you're going to see over here to the left. To the right, we're going to see three icons. This one takes you to your wallet. It shows you all the NFTs you hold in your wallet. To get out of this, you just click again, and there you go. Next icon is this one right here. This one is not yet functional. There's no word of what this icon will do yet, but it's probably gonna be something cool. Next, we have the market. So just click on that. It's gonna take you to the market. You're gonna have fuel and upgrades. Upgrades is where you can add more rail cars. I currently have 4 rail cars that I'm running. You will begin with 1. Eventually there will be 8 that you can add. Right now the maximum is 4. My locomotive and conductor setup, I'm going to be able to run a maximum of 6. But if you have the right loco, you will be able to run 8. In order to add a rail car, it costs token. So my next rail car, I believe, is going to cost 25,000 token. All of these cost token. This one, my first one, I want to say it costs 12,500 token. I can't quite remember, but it goes up incrementally. So this one will be more than the last one. If we jump back into fuel, you're going to see diesel and coal. When the game first launched, I got super excited and bought both coal and diesel without really checking my locomotive. I don't have a loco that can run coal, so I wasted token buying that. Make sure you double check your locomotive and see what kind of fuel it runs. I will show you how to check that here shortly. But most locomotives will run on diesel, so keep that in mind. So let's go ahead and get out of that screen. So before you will be able to dive in and set up a train, you will first need to buy the necessary NFTs. So let's go ahead and take a look at those NFTs. We will begin with the conductor. The conductor card has very important information you need to be aware of. First off, you're going to have the name of the card here, the name of the actual conductor. Orson Brisk is this fine gentleman right here. If we look at conductor level, this gear is extremely important. If we look at a locomotive here, these also have gears. This locomotive has 2 gears. Good old Orson only has 1. He cannot run that locomotive. He needs 2 gears to operate that locomotive. So be very aware of that when you're purchasing your NFTs. If you have a 3-gear conductor, he can run a 2-gear train, but a 1-gear cannot run a 2-gear. You have to have enough gears to run that train. So very important. Next, we have perk boost. This is the percentage of your perk. So this is your perk right here, and this is the percentage. So if we take a look here, we're gonna have a few perks to look at. First, we have haul. Next, we have speed, and then we have luck. So haul, conductors with this perk know how to squeeze a little more into their rail cars. So by having the haul perk, you're going to be able to fit a little more into your cars. Next, we have speed. This is kind of self-explanatory. You're going to be able to go a little bit faster and get your rail runs done quicker. Next, we have luck. Conductors with this perk tend to have more encounters with mysterious strangers, friendly train part hustlers, and enterprising. As of now, I believe all of this is still in development. But for now, having this perk on your conductor card will give you the chance to get more tokium when you run your rails. Eventually, you're going to have encounters with mysterious strangers, friendly train part hustlers, and enterprising. So the last icon on this card is the portal pass. There is really not any information on how this is going to function yet. But if you take a look here, you're going to see portal pass. Is the conductor stuck in this century? And is it activated or not? So this looks like it's activated, and that is not. So if we jump back over here, we're going to see that we're in the modern century. From my understanding, there's going to be multiple centuries. That is the concept of the game, Train of the Century. So there's going to be different maps and different rail grids that you're going to be able to run your train on. That is something that is still in development, but this somehow will play a role in all of that. Again, there's not really any information yet. So next, let's go ahead and look at the Locomotive Card. So first, we're going to see card type again. Name, locomotive name, then gears once again. So very important, as I explained earlier. Next, we have locomotive speed, impacts time it takes to run the line. So this is the speed of this locomotive. So this varies between locomotives. If we jump over here and take a look at this one, this is an uncommon and it only has a 4. So this rare has a 5. So the higher rarity, the more perks you're gonna get with your card. Hauling power. How much can you haul? So this is the amount of cars you can haul. So this Loco can haul 4 cars. My Loco can haul 6. So again, very important. This uncommon can only haul 3 cars. Next, fuel type. So this tells you what kind of fuel. So this is diesel. So very important. Make sure you check that before purchasing your fuel. Resources required to run locomotive. Next, we have distance. Also very important to know, determines which lines can be run. So if we look in here, you can see there's all different sizes of lines that you can run. So for example, my train cannot run this line. I can run this one right here, but I can't run that one. So that is a very important thing to look for, but you can still run, you know, some smaller lines like these, you know. So this will decide how far you're going to be able to travel. All right, so next let's take a look at rail cars. So again, type of card, this is a rail card. Type of rail car, tank car. Next we have capacity. This is very important information. How much stuff can the rail car carry? Corresponds with the commodity value. We will take a look at that in just a moment. Next we have rail car size. So this is an S for small. There are small, medium, and large sized rail cars. Next we have commodity types. So these icons show you what type of commodity you can put in this rail car. Extremely important. Just like the conductor and the locomotive work together, these commodities and the rail cars work together. Not all of them are compatible, so you have to be sure that you're paying attention to what type of commodity you're buying for a specific rail car. The last icon again is the portal pass. And let's go ahead and jump into a commodity card. So commodity card, type illustration, palette. And then you have this symbol up here, commodity type. So if we look at this symbol and jump back to this rail car, these do not match this symbol. These are pallets. So you would need to find the corresponding rail car to load up this pallet with. And you would need a box car. Let's go ahead and find ourselves a box car. This is a large box car. As you can see, you have the pallet symbol. So this commodity can be loaded onto a box car. Very important. Next, we have weight. How much does the commodity weigh? This corresponds with locomotive hauling power. Last, we have volume. This is extremely important. How much space does the commodity take up? So if we jump back to our box car here, we're gonna see this right here. So you can fit 15 of this commodity on this box car. So very important. That's how much you can load onto a large box car. So again, you want to be very sure you're buying the right commodity. These are the commodities that would go with a tank car. And if we jump on here, these are the commodities that would go with a box car. So I'm going to show you one more very valuable tool to help you set up your train. This is a spreadsheet. This was made by Ronnie Ashhat. He is a mod in Discord for Train of the Century. He's been around as long as I can remember. Very knowledgeable, very helpful, super cool. So big shout out to him for making this. But this has all your conductors, all your locos, all your rail cars, and what they can hold and how much. So this spreadsheet is super valuable to help you set up a train. I'm gonna leave a link to it in the description below in case you want to take a look at it. All right, now that you have an understanding of how the NFTs work together, let's go ahead and take a look at how to set your train up in the game. So you'll want to find your station. You're going to click on that. You're going to click on Edit Train. So I already have my train set up, but to start, let's go ahead and click on Conductor. So it's going to show you all your unequipped conductors. So if you have 1 or 10, they're going to show up here. You're going to go ahead and choose one. Click the check mark. That conductor is now equipped. This up here is going to show you their stats. So he has a hauling perk and a boost of 7. If we go back to the conductor, I am using Big Break Osipov. His stats increase dramatically. He also has 2 perks, luck and hauling power, and a big boost. Also has a 20 for gear. So I'm going to go ahead and equip him. He is mine. So this up here is going to tell you what effect your conductor is going to have. Again, let's go to Locomotive. Also going to have your stats up here. So say we want to choose that train. As you can see, things go down significantly. This is just a common, and this is an epic. So a lot more power. Let's go ahead and find. So if we choose this train, you will get more speed, but you're gonna have less hauling and less distance. So be aware, if you have multiple trains, that is where you're gonna find that information. So let's go ahead and put him back on. Check again. Next, if you want to load up a rail car, you will, again, you select a rail car. These are my rail cars that I currently am running. But if you have none set up yet, you're going to go and choose your rail cars here. Once you have chosen a rail car, then you're going to want to go to loading dock. And up here you can see my stats and what I have loaded, weight, capacity. So you can go ahead and click on your rail car and select the commodities that you want to load into your rail car. So these are the commodities I have loaded into this rail car. I got a combination of rare, uncommon, and common in this car. Then you're gonna click the check mark. Boom, that's loaded. If I click on my next car, same thing. You're gonna go to your unloaded commodities and load them in. This is what I have loaded into this car. Click your check mark. Your train is now set up. So once you have your train set up, you are ready to run the rails. What you will want to click is next stop. It's going to show you where you can go. So these are all ones I could go. This right here, I don't want to go to. You're going to use double the fuel. You will be backtracking. So be aware of this when you are selecting what station you want to travel to. If you go backwards from a station you just came from, you are going to pay double the fuel. So for me, I want to go to this station. You're going to select it. Right now it's showing all the commodity rates the same. Eventually this is going to change. This is something that is still being worked on and developed. I believe they're trying to balance everything properly. So certain commodities in certain stations will pay out better. So say for example, Victor Gardens, say they really want cars. This rate is going to be different than all the other rates in the future. So that is something to keep in mind as you're building your trains and as you're buying commodities as well. There's a lot of strategy in this game, a lot of variables. This game is awesome. There's just so much you can do. But once you have selected the station you want to go to, you're going to click dispatch. I am now about to start my run. When that happens, it's going to give you a time. So I have 3 hours and 51 minutes before this run is complete. Snap! That's a wrap. That's all I got. I hope this episode was informative and gave you the knowledge to start running the rails and earning yourself some tokium. As always, I have left links in the description below about everything I have talked about. If you have a comment or a question, please leave it below and I will answer you back. Don't forget about the giveaway. That is also in the description below. Just click on that and follow the instructions. Thank you so much for watching and listening. And if you like the content, please subscribe, like, and hit that notification button. It is so much appreciated. Until next time, I wish you health and wealth. Peace.